Hey guys, it's Nick, aka the one and only Crisis YT, and today I wanted to introduce a new kind of video that I'm going to be starting a new series actually, and that is a Halo 4 tips and tricks series. Today I'm going to be covering the BR versus the DMR, so I'm going to go ahead and jump on into this. So first off, what I'm going to do is compare the BR at a short range, medium range, and long range, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the DMR and basically compare them side by side afterwards so you can truly see the spreads on the DMR and the BR short range. So first off, we're starting off with the BR here. As you can see, short range shots, and then I'm moving to medium range, and then I'm moving to long range. Something I will say is the BR, and you'll notice it here in a second, bounces around much more than the DMR does. So I think that is really one of the weaknesses of the BR on Halo 4 is the fact it is very bouncy and not as precise as the DMR is. And now we're going to do the same thing with the DMR that we just did with the BR. We're going to do a short range test, a medium range test, and a long range test. And this result actually surprised me. As you can see from just the first test, the DMR is so much more accurate than the BR. It is amazing. I didn't think there would be this big of a difference between these two weapons as far as accuracy goes, and as you can see, there is a tremendous difference. Now keep in mind, I am not letting the bloom reset at all on the DMR. I am shooting the trigger as fast as the game will let me shoot the trigger, and it is this close together. The DMR, as far as accuracy goes, from these rough tests that have some uncontrollable variables in them, the DMR is so much more accurate than the BR. But as I just said, there are some uncontrollable variables here. I'm going to take those uncontrollable variables out. Let's look at some hard stats and graphs and awesome stuff like that. So here we go. So here we have the aim assist distance. Now this is the most hard facts you can get as far as aim goes. The reason is because aim is subjective. How accurate a weapon is truly subjective from player to player. One player may be more accurate with the BR than the DMR. It really does change from player to player, but the aim assist distance stays the same no matter what. So here we have the DMR and the BR side by side. Now as you can see, the DMR kills the BR astronomically. I mean, it is incredible, doubling the amount of aim assist it has scoped in, with the BR only having 61.2 meters of maximum aim assist distance, whereas the DMR has 114.8 meters. That is incredible. I mean, that is simply incredible. If you are on a long range map, the DMR is by far going to be your weapon of choice. There's no arguing that. I mean, this right here proves that the DMR is much better than the BR at long range. At short range, however, it is a bit of a different story, with the DMR just barely edging out the BR. But you have to think, when you're up close in somebody's face, you have one shot versus the BR's 3 shots per trigger pull. We're going to get into that in a second, but basically the DMR barely edges out the BR at medium and close range. So you might want to go with the BR, and I'll tell you why here in a second. So let's go ahead and move on to damage. Instead of trying to go into the game and figure all of this information out myself, I decided to get something from a trusted source here and use this, because this gives us all of the information that we need. We have shots to kill, how many body shots it takes to kill. We have the kills per clip average, the minimum kill time. All of that stuff is incredible for, you know, telling which one of these weapons has more damage and should be used in certain situations. So first off, both of them have a minimum shot to kill of 5. That means 4 shots in the body, 1 in the head is the minimum shots to kill for these, or 5 shots in the head, however you want to look at it. But the minimum kill for both is 5. Now keep in mind, that means 5 burst from the BR, which turns into 25 total shots, whereas it's just 5 single shots from the DMR because it is a single shot weapon. Now body shots to kill, both again the same, but the burst does come into factor, so it means it's actually, I think, like, whoa, math. It's like 20 35? Yeah, 35 shots to kill with the BR, whereas it is just 8 maximum with the DMR. So there you guys have it. It's kind of lining both of these up as far as how many shots to kill it is. Body shots versus minimum shots. Maximum being 8, minimum being 5 for both weapons. But this is where it really gets going right here. The average kills per clip for the BR is 2.4 to be exact. So that means you can get 2 kills with every clip of the BR. Now the DMR is the same thing. It is 2 kills per every clip of the DMR, but it's 2.8. So that means you can kill somebody much more with the DMR than you can with the BR. Over 50% more actually with the DMR than you can the BR. So in all, going back to this, I think the DMR is a better weapon. I mean, even the minimum kill time on the DMR is much shorter than the BR. I mean, people see that and they're like, that's just 0.4 of a second. But in a video game, 0.4 of a second can mean life or death. And the DMR just blows that out of the water. So, I think overall, the DMR is a much better weapon than the BR on Halo 4. If you got to see any of the gameplay behind these graphs and charts and things like that, like you are now, you would have noticed I'm using the BR, but I hadn't broken all this down. This is actually news to me. Now that I see the stats and see the figures, the DMR is a much better weapon, and it explains why I feel like I get killed by DMRs quite a bit when I'm on one-on-one battles with the BR. Now, the BR does have its strengths. Up close, I think the BR is better because it is the 3-round burst. It just takes one of those burst bullets in the head when someone's one-shot to kill them, whereas the DMR, you have to hit the shot exactly because it is only one bullet. If you just want to pick somebody off, for example, in a SWAT setting, the BR is going to win out every time, but the DMR is better for longer and medium range situations no matter what. So really it's up to the user, but if you want to go off of raw stats, the DMR is a better weapon. I hope you guys have enjoyed this comparison. If you have, give it this video a thumbs up, maybe favorite it, share it with your friends. It really does help me out. Today's question of the day is, what kind of tutorial would you like to see next week, as I do hope to make this a series? Tell me that in the comment section down below. Nevertheless, guys, I'm Nick, and I'm out. Peace. And here are 2 videos you guys may have missed. On the left is a Halo Reach MLG game. I went back and played some MLG Halo Reach, pwned some noobs, and had some fun. So go check out that video if you love Halo or love my commentaries. And on the right is an extremely inspirational video that I am very proud of. I think it's really helped some people. So go check out that video if you haven't seen it already. It's called The Time Is Now. I don't want to spoil what's in it too much, so just go check out the video. It's extremely inspirational, and I hope that it does help you or touch you in some way. So, nevertheless, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm CrisisYT, and I'm out. Peace.